For most of human history, the ocean has represented both possibility and uncertainty. It covers more than 70% of the planet's surface, yet the vast majority of it remains unseen and unexplored. Even today, with satellites orbiting the Earth and submersibles capable of reaching extreme depths, the deep ocean is still one of the least understood environments on the planet. Light fades quickly beneath the surface, pressure increases to crushing levels, and familiar reference points disappear. In this immense and silent world, life follows rules that are very different from those on land. Despite this inaccessibility, the deep ocean is not empty. It is inhabited by creatures that have adapted over millions of years to survive in darkness, cold, and isolation. Some of these animals rarely interact with humans at all, passing their entire lives far below the reach of sunlight. Others occasionally rise to the surface, offering brief glimpses of a hidden world before vanishing again into the depths. These fleeting encounters have shaped myths, inspired fear, and fueled curiosity across cultures and centuries. Among the animals that inhabit this realm, there is one whose presence is felt more than it is seen. It moves through the deep ocean with confidence and purpose, navigating total darkness with ease. It hunts in places where no human could survive without technology, and it does so using senses that remain only partially understood. At the same time, it is not a solitary wanderer. It forms long-lasting social bonds, communicates with others of its kind, and appears to share knowledge across generations. For sailors of the past, encounters with this animal were rare and often unsettling. A massive body breaking the surface without warning, a powerful exhalation rising into the air, and then a slow descent back into the sea were enough to leave lasting impressions. Without scientific explanations, these moments became stories, and those stories gradually turned into legends. Even as science advanced, much of this animal's life remained hidden, protected by the depth at which it lived. That animal is the sperm whale. The sperm whale is the largest toothed predator ever known to exist. Adult males can reach lengths of up to 20 meters and weigh more than 50 tons, making them significantly larger than most other whales that rely on baleen for feeding. Females are smaller but still immense by any standard. This sheer size alone places sperm whales among the most physically dominant animals in the ocean. Yet their biology is shaped not just by scale, but by specialization for life at extreme depths. One of the most distinctive features of the sperm whale is its massive head, which can account for nearly 1/3 of its total body length. Inside this head is a structure known as the spermaceti organ, filled with a waxy substance that has fascinated scientists for centuries. While early theories suggested it played a role in buoyancy, modern research points toward its importance in sound production and echolocation. This organ allows sperm whales to generate powerful clicking sounds, some of the loudest produced by any animal, which they use to navigate and hunt in complete darkness. Sperm whales are capable of diving deeper than any other mammal. They routinely descend to depths of 1,000 meters and have been recorded diving even deeper during extended hunting trips. These dives can last more than an hour, during which the whale's heart rate slows dramatically and oxygen is conserved for vital organs such as the brain and heart. Their muscles store large amounts of oxygen-bound proteins, allowing them to function efficiently even when oxygen levels are low. These physiological adaptations enable sperm whales to operate in an environment where pressure would crush most living organisms. Their primary prey consists of deep-sea squid, including some of the largest squid species known. Hunting at such depths requires precise sensory control rather than vision, as sunlight does not penetrate far enough to illuminate the environment. Using echolocation, sperm whales emit focused clicks and listen for the returning echoes to locate prey. Once a target is detected, the whale closes in and captures it using rows of large conical teeth located in its lower jaw. Unlike many other whales, sperm whales do not filter feed. They are active hunters, relying on accuracy and timing rather than speed. Despite their size and power, sperm whales are not aggressive toward humans. Their movements are deliberate, and their behavior reflects an animal adapted to efficiency rather than confrontation. Every aspect of their biology, from oxygen management to sound production, points toward a life shaped by depth, pressure, and patience. Understanding these physical traits is essential to understanding how sperm whales survive where few other mammals can, and it sets the foundation for exploring what may be their most remarkable feature of all: their ability to communicate and live socially in a world of near-total darkness. In an environment where light is almost entirely absent, sound becomes the most reliable way to understand the world. For sperm whales, communication and perception are built around this principle. Rather than relying on sight, they use sound as their primary tool for navigation, hunting, and social interaction. This reliance on sound has led to one of the most sophisticated acoustic systems known in the animal kingdom. Sperm whales produce powerful clicking sounds that travel efficiently through water. These clicks serve multiple purposes, the most important of which is echolocation. By emitting a click and listening to the echo that returns, a whale can determine the size, shape, distance, and movement of objects in its surroundings. This allows sperm whales to hunt deep-sea prey with precision, even in complete darkness. The strength and focus of these clicks are extraordinary, enabling sound to travel long distances through the deep ocean. Beyond echolocation, sperm whales use sound to communicate with one another. They produce patterned sequences of clicks known as codas, which are exchanged primarily among members of the same social group. Unlike the rapid clicks used for hunting, codas follow recognizable rhythms and structures. Scientists have observed that different groups of sperm whales use distinct coda patterns, suggesting that these sequences function as a form of group identification. Sperm whales live in stable social units, most commonly composed of adult females and their offspring. These groups remain together for many years, sometimes for life. Young whales learn behaviors, vocal patterns, and hunting techniques by observing and interacting with older members of the group. This process of learning indicates that sperm whale communication is not purely instinctive, but at least partially cultural. In other words, certain behaviors and vocal patterns are passed down through generations rather than being genetically hardwired. Research has shown that sperm whale clans separated by thousands of kilometers may still share similar vocal styles, while neighboring groups can sound noticeably different. These differences are often described as dialects, reflecting long-term social separation rather than physical barriers. Such findings suggest that sperm whales maintain complex social identities that persist over time and space, even in an environment as vast as the open ocean. Modern research projects are now using advanced recording equipment and artificial intelligence to analyze thousands of whale vocalizations. While scientists are careful not to equate whale communication directly with human language, the structure and consistency of sperm whale codas point toward a system that carries meaning beyond simple signals. These discoveries challenge long-held assumptions about intelligence in non-human animals and raise new questions about how complex communication can evolve without visual cues or written symbols. Long before humans understood the biology of the deep ocean, they attempted to explain it through stories. Sailors returning from long voyages spoke of massive creatures rising from the sea, of violent struggles beneath the waves, and of scars carved into the bodies of whales. In the absence of scientific knowledge, these accounts were often dismissed as exaggerations. However, modern research has revealed that many of these stories were rooted in real encounters between some of the largest animals on Earth. One of the primary prey species of the sperm whale is the giant squid. These elusive animals inhabit deep waters and are rarely seen alive by humans. Giant squid can grow to extraordinary sizes, with long feeding tentacles lined with powerful suction cups. When sperm whales hunt them at depth, the encounters are not passive. Evidence of these battles is often visible on the whales themselves. Many sperm whales bear circular scars along their heads and bodies, left behind by the suction cups of struggling squid. These marks provide physical proof of confrontations that occur far below the surface. These underwater encounters likely played a major role in shaping maritime legends. To sailors who occasionally witnessed damaged whales surfacing or found enormous squid remains floating at sea, it was easy to imagine monstrous creatures capable of dragging ships into the depths. Over time, such accounts merged into the legend of the Kraken, a colossal sea monster said to attack vessels and terrorize entire fleets. While the Kraken itself does not exist, the animals that inspired the legend do, and their interactions are far more dramatic than fiction alone. During the age of whaling, sperm whales became a familiar yet feared presence. Whalers often described them as intelligent, powerful, and capable of coordinated defense. When threatened, groups of sperm whales were observed forming protective formations, positioning their vulnerable young at the center while adults faced outward. These behaviors reinforced the idea that sperm whales were not mindless beasts, but aware and capable of strategy. Literary works such as Moby Dick drew heavily from these observations, blending fact with symbolism to create lasting cultural images of the whale as both adversary and force of nature. What distinguishes sperm whales from mythological monsters is not their size alone, but their role within the ecosystem. Their hunts help regulate populations of deep-sea squid, influencing food webs that remain largely hidden from human view. Rather than being agents of chaos, sperm whales are participants in a balanced system that has existed for millions of years. The drama of their encounters with giant squid reflects the reality of survival in extreme environments, not a desire to dominate or destroy. As science gradually replaced superstition, the stories surrounding sperm whales evolved. What were once tales of terror are now understood as rare glimpses into the deep ocean's natural dynamics. Yet even with this knowledge, the idea of two massive creatures meeting in darkness, locked in a silent struggle miles beneath the surface, continues to capture the human imagination. Humans have interacted with sperm whales for centuries, but that relationship has not always been one of understanding. During the age of whaling, sperm whales were hunted across the world's oceans for the valuable oil found in their massive heads. This exploitation led to population declines and disrupted social structures that took generations to form. Over time, attitudes changed. Commercial whaling was restricted, and scientific research replaced hunting. Today, sperm whales are studied through acoustic monitoring and observation, revealing complex social lives and communication systems. However, modern threats such as ship traffic, ocean noise, and environmental change continue to affect them. As a sperm whale descends back into the deep, it disappears from sight, but not from sound. Its clicks continue to travel through the darkness, connecting individuals across vast distances. In learning to listen rather than dominate, humans are only beginning to understand a life that has existed quietly beneath the surface for millions of years.